1-1, so knowing Kelro, what are we expecting him to go with? Because yeah, some of those bans might still be choking down the gold lane if possible, but what do you want to play into this because of the fact that you have a 1-1 across from you?
Well, initially I was hoping that, Bruno was probably going to get led through. Beatrix is probably the next thing that probably comes to mind, considering that they already have a Cho as well as an RWM, so it only makes sense, right? But on the contrary, we've seen a couple of ways of teams to deal specifically against the Wan is Granger, and I'm not sure whether or not it's a pretty high risk gold laner, because I don't think anybody has really cracked down on the emblem set as well as the build for Granger to make it work.
Yeah. Also, Granger's been getting hella kills in M6 wildcard. Oh, excuse me, M6 Swiss, but not getting hella wins.
Yeah, he's doing hella damage.
He was going like 16 kills, 2 deaths, 14 assists. L.
Looks cool. But
yeah, it looks cool.
You gotta win.
It's kind of cursed.
Actually, wait, what's its current win rate now that we think about it? We could probably double check that in just a bit here, because as we see Akai, the follow-up ban for the side of FNOP as BTK holds priority, the fact that they're banning out this Khalid begs a couple of questions, right? Are they genuinely worried about, hey, looking for pressure and maybe attacking that backline? Because with the Wan, you need to have a little bit of trust in your gold laner to say, all right, I'm going to take care of one engagement tool, not all of the engagement tools.
Yeah. Oh, they decided to take away the Claude. I mean, it is a Kelra signature, but I feel like there are better damage options that you can go for, honestly.
Unless they want to play Valentina and steal the RWM, and technically IMU and Claude is the natural answer to the RWM.
To be fair, yeah, that could be a possibility.
Think you'd play the Harith here?
Your team is picking.
With that, I mean, another pick that Kelra likes to go, and you could play that into the Zaman Force combination with the real world manipulation.
But then is that too much magic damage at this point? Like, their damage distribution is heavily towards magic side, so at this point, unless you're like, a bunch of you go for like Genius Wand to kind of help out, then I don't see that happening.
There's a hella good pick here by BTK. First 4 picks actually really good. Because you take away comfort for Kirk. Now this might actually swerve Kirk to go into the XP lane Cho, and then they get a different pick for the roamer, maybe Brusco signature and the Gatot. But then the problem is, it's not really a backline heavy comp. BTK are looking to play sort of divey. Still, it's going to be the Wan staying in the back, but the Wan wants to get kind of close to hit those marks.
I'm curious to know, does Kirk play Benedetta?
If he has, it's been very rarely that he does.
Not in the last season, no.
Yeah, there's the Gatakacha.
Iritho?
Team is picking.
Yeah, Iritho.
Yep. I mean, it's a classic way to deal with the Wan to beat her in lane. She walks up, roar, arrows, you've lost the trade.
Load, no armor, and I'm done.
It's shredding. I think this is going to be interesting for BTK because now they have to utilize information and guarantee they land some permanent damage on FNOP, whether it be in structures or stealing jungle farm. But those are their only 2 things that can realistically grab.
Okay, BTK now goes a little bit more aggressive. They could take it, and honestly, hard to see who'll win this game number 3.
Thank you, panelists. The fans of North America and Philippines all clenching their backside holes right now because this is the final game in this best of 3, and only one team will emerge victorious. Is NA going to lock in that slot, or will Fnatic Onic Philippines fulfill that destiny? There's only one way to find out. Trax, how you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. I think everybody in the crowd right now is feeling good. I don't think any of us thought it would go this far. For all you here, Fnatic Onic Philippines, give it up! And if you're here for BTK, show some love! We're jumping into the land of Dawn for game number 3 in the faded finals of this Swiss match. Who will take it all?
Who will join the Kings of Kings in that knockout stage to place that logo right beside them on that board? Of course, Jungle Star, we got BTK, Mobazane on that purple buff first. So again, parallel jungling, they're both going to end up on where the gold laners are. Heavy poke on that mid side, that's what you got to contend with if you are up against a Yve. But top side as well, this Irithel into 1-1 is going to pose a bit of a problem for Zia, because Kelra can just always perform that drive-by, always shreds your armor, outranges you. Zia already used his Inspire.
And Fnatic Onic Philippines already going for this. Send our EXP laner up to the top side. Let Joy farm a bit. It's definitely interesting. Fnatic Onic Philippines know they want to maybe play this aggressive. Know that last time they lost because they lost out on that mid. So this time they're taking control of the river. They're taking control of the mid lane.
And you get the taunt mid-side. Hun is going to take a lot of punishment. You're dealing with a Hilda that likes to move around a lot. Well, Kirkcho solves that problem, right? You get double roamer, essentially, and you can also match the tempo of this Hilda. And a Hilda that doesn't get to move around freely without interference is a Hilda neuter in that early game.
And look at the pressure already on to Mobazane. Did he steal that? King Kong? King Kong just used the retry. It's like, listen, bro, we know what we need to do. We're going to slow you down. We're going to be in your face all game today.
He's going to hit 5 first, and he will have retry back up in time for the turtle. So nothing much was lost for King Kong, but for Mobazane, you can already feel that pressure, right? This Yves got taught, this show just outpacing BTK's lineup at the start. Edith, Hilda, they all have to just take it in their face early on.
Yeah, a little bit of damage on to Kirk there. Hoon and Shark got to try to clear this wave quick to get over to this turtle, but Brusco and Kirk already in position to zone them away as Mobazane tries to get this purple buff. There's no time. King Kong able to take the turtle, but 2 WMs come down. Shark goes down with them. Fly Chicken falls. Super Prince on the aggression as Mobazane is forced to back off with Kirk in his face.
Very unfortunate for BTK. They decided to take that fight, which I feel like they should have just let it go because, again, Mobazane was late.
Ooh.
He's going to go down.
Big Way of the Dragon does land on to Mobazane, and Brusco takes the kill. Kirk showing off in the jungle.
Didn't take that loss in the second game lightly. And FNOP, this is the biggest goal lead generated by one team in this series thus far, right? At least this early on, below 3 minutes, almost a 2K advantage for Fnatic Onic Philippines, but the worst has yet to come. All lanes are won by the Filipino super family, and BTK are struggling at every single corner.
Yeah, the super family feels like a different beast right now coming into this game. The past 2 games, the highest gold lead we saw for about the first 8 minutes was 500 or 600 gold.
Yeah.
This time, Fnatic Onic Philippines is kicking things into gear. The engine is revving. And Fnatic Onic Philippines are showing BTK why they're the favorites.
And look at Kirk. He's going to proxy this wave. And BTK, there's nothing that they can do about Kirk. He's just going to waste time.
Kirk able to get the kick, trying to run away, but they should be able to get the kill here. Kirk still surviving, but wasting time. Precious seconds of BTK.
If Zia has any spidey senses, it's a good time to start considering backing off. Just give up space to Fnatic Onic Philippines. Wait for backup. They can't really do much in this situation. Again, FNOP just moves so much faster. King Kong once more taxing that purple buff of Mobazane, just like how he did in Game 1 when we had a similar matchup.
Yeah, Zia gets his first item locked in. He finally gets that Corrosion Scythe. Gonna help out a bit, but it's still gonna be some time. You know, the Wan already not the most extreme meta hero we've seen. I think Skylar is one of the only ones that have really pulled it off amazingly so far in M6, and it takes some time for it to really pop off. Fnatic Onic know this. That's why they're putting on the pressure. BTK has to try to hang on for this first mid, I mean, maybe even into late game.
Not only that, how are you going to unlock all that weakness points for your ultimate, right? All of them are so mobile. Cho is going to dance around, you know, with his Jit Kundo and Shunpo. You got to try to contend with the RWM the Super Free is going to set up. It's tough.
Kirk once again hunting for Mobazane, man. Kirk knows the assignment right now. Here comes the AOG, able to lock on. Hoon able to steal it. RWM does come out. Brusco with an AOG of his own. The damage lands on a Shark. He brings out the primal form. Kel run a little bit of trouble. Zia going toe-to-toe, but he might get taken down. Zia falls. King Kong gets the kill as Fly Chicken looks for the next target. Mobazane able to lock down Brusco. 1 for 1. Turtle for turtle.
BTK cannot breathe that big sigh of relief just yet because that was only possible because it was the early game, right? Kara doesn't have his items just yet. Any other situation, he would have blown up Zia in under 3 seconds. So BTK, they got the turtle somehow. Mobazane, as always, good on their retry button. Even getting 2 kills for themselves. King Kong will attack the purple buff again. Can they stop him?
King Kong low.
Oh.
Mobazane misses. King Kong just gets away. Threads the needle. Able to slide out to safety. And he takes the purple along with him.
Even takes the buff after missing his retribution, I believe. Yeah, King Kong used his retry first and still got it. Bot side, they want to look for a play.
AOG comes out, does not lock onto Zia, but does fend him away. Zia's dancing right now. He's looking for towers. He's looking for space. He's looking for gold because he knows the clock is ticking. And right now, Kelra's clock is ticking much faster.
Now, Kelra is accelerating for sure. He's gonna go for. I mean, he went for Heart's Claw straight for first item, then only completed his tough boots. It will only get harder from here. Berserker's Fury will be the second item for sure. For Kelra, if he at some point wants to go for Blizzard Gun, I wouldn't be against it for the extra range against such a short-reaching team like BTK.
Hoon takes the AOG once again, looking for some looking for some engaged possibilities. I think the goal is maybe don't use it so early, maybe wait out until you pop that AOG. Don't make it the first skill to come out of your team. Use it as a response, use it as a chase, use it as, peeling for your team, something else than just diving into your enemies.
It's all about picking up poison. If you steal AOG, then RWM is going to be kind of that obstacle, and vice versa, right? If you steal RWM, Brusko can just jump on top of you with his Avatar of the Guardian. So in this case, I think Hoon has to really make those smart decisions. Stalling on this mid wave is the first step. Third turtle now, the point of contention.
Oh, Kirk with another kick. Puts Mobazane back into his grave. Why Chicken falls next and Hoon's in trouble. He's looking for the escape, but there's no escape from the super family. A triple kill for Kelra. And the advance keeps coming. BTK against the ropes.
FNOP are just too fast for BTK to keep up. This was the second time that FNOP makes a move, and BTK tried to fight and they lost.
Zia gets crossbow Tang, able to find Kirk. More shots fired off. Can he back off? Shark in a little bit of trouble. Kelra gonna go in for the chase with the dive, but does not find another. BTK just slide by.
Guess it's the silver lining. Consolation prize getting Kirk. Zia getting the kill is massive. Had to use Inspire for it. They still lost the mid tier 1. But BTK needs to really stabilize this game. King Kong once more steals the purple buff. Wonder if we could get a stat of how many purple buffs King Kong has stolen from Mobazane. 2 levels ahead of the Suyo. Mobazane forced to go to the top side, and everyone else from BTK now starting to recognize that we need to stick by Zia. He is the president of North America right now, and we need him alive. We need him for that late game.
At this point, the amount of buffs that Mobazane has gotten, he's a glorified EXP laner. It's definitely tough for him.
Yeah.
He can't farm, he can't get his purple, he can't get his orange, and even look at King Kong now on the mini-map. He's going for another one. The damage is outputting. Mobazane just able to get it, but even that's a hard time.
It's also a minor switcher from King Kong, this time going for Temporal Rain for the talent instead of the Warcry, so then reduce cooldown for his dashes. Even more mobility given over to the Joy in these team fights, right? At the drop of a hat, King Kong can just decimate this backline, and you don't necessarily have to dive onto Zia. If you can get a Hoon, that is good enough. If you can force Zia out away from the fight, it is already a win condition. And not only that, Kelra can always catch up with that sprint on this Irithel.
They got to do something about Kirk, man. Kirk is having a hard time. I mean, Kirk is just making them have a hard time. Shark goes down. King Kong, I saw it coming. I'm watching the mini-map, and Shark's just inching closer and closer to Kirk. Man, and I mean, it's similar. Right now, the Cho has just been such a strong pick from game 2 to now. It has been a decider.
Isolation factor that it provides with the kick. And from the start, I already pointed out that this Edith is going to have a hard time even trying to keep up.
Yeah.
And now we are seeing Shark just not having a game at all.
Oh, a little bit of damage on Mobazane. A lot of damage on Mobazane. Kelra finds another one. 4-0 in 2. King Kong solos the Lord. And Fnatic Onic inch closer to their ticket to the knockouts.
I feel like FNOP has taken off the weights, right? That Rock Lee weights, they've taken it off and they're now ready to brawl.
Yeah.
Just moving at supersonic speed, almost 6k goalie with the first Lord. BTK might have to let this go.
Yeah, they're gonna have to back off, and look at the kick! Kirk! How do you do it? 5-man wipe as Kelra cleans their clocks. Mobazane back on the map, trying to defend. The minions are there. Fnatic Onic backs off, but there's still a Lord coming, ready to knock down the castle.
This is it might be early to say this, but I'll say it anyways. It's checkmate for BTK. No amount of miracle can save NA right now. FNOP can go for the end.
That's it. AOD to the back. Mobazane off the map. Fnatic Onic attack. They want their name on the plaque. BTK trying to defend, pushing them away once again. Fnatic Onic PH Let it happen. Let it burn slow, because the Lord is still coming.
The Lord hasn't even arrived at any of the structures just yet. And FNOP can continue to put an impact. I mean, look at
the damage.
He's just taking out the front line of BTK like they were made of butter.
BTK stuck in the base, waiting for hell to come right now. Fnatic Onic PH has brought Armageddon along with them. Kelra 7-0-4. We're 11 minutes in. I'm wondering if he's maxed out. And look at the damage. Deleted. Gone. Taken out. Another one on the chopping block. BTK in shambles. Shark deleted. Zia falls. Kelra looking for the Maniac. Looking for the Savage. Couldn't quite get it, but Fnatic Onic Philippines are going to take this tower. In the Philippines, there are no kings. Just the super family.
Pure domination as they let this play out in a celebratory fashion. Fnatic Onic Philippines will be your second team to join the Kings of Kings in the knockout stage. 2-1 over the BloodThirstyKings as NA will have to take a seat in that 2-1 bracket. And this is truly FNOP unleashed in that third game. We thought that game 1 and 2 were close, but in this game number 3, it wasn't even remotely a contest.
They took off the weights, like you said. The Rock Lee weights are off. They were moving at high speed. They brought the aggression to BTK in the early game, and they took it.
They just ran with it. Congratulations to Fnatic Onic Philippines. We're going to toss it back to the panel to talk about this game.